Do you know why this video is 2 days late? It's because I have a life outside of YouTube. I'll say it so many times. I have a life outside of these four walls and this phone and this laptop that I read my notes off of. And you know what? When it is my days off, I will go out and do something. I won't just stay at home and do YouTube all day. I had initially planned to, mind, but I didn't want to. I want to actually live my life. And that's why it's taken me 2 days, because Monday was my day of rest, not the Sunday, because Sunday was a very unholy and very sinful day. It should be called Sin Day, because West Ham's midfield sinned 4 times and let Aston Villa win. So that's why it's taken me a couple of days to do this. And oh shit, there's a big spider over there. Let me just kill this and get back to you. Yes, Peter, I did just kill a spider. It's only a little spider. It's not like I killed a goat or a cow or forced an elephant to balance on a ball in a circus, did I? So, but regardless of me killing little animals, West Ham killed my Sunday. I was actually okay for a minute, you know, because I wasn't having to wake up at an ungodly hour to watch the game. It was 8:30 kickoff and it was the only game on the Sunday. It finished Aston Villa 4, West Ham United 1 at Villa Park. And honestly, it was hands down West Ham's worst performance of the season. It looked like something from last season, really, how we played. Very sloppy, very boring and tedious to watch. It wasn't good football. It wasn't exciting from us. We got lucky through that Bowen goal. One of my co-workers was telling me it was a good goal. I said, took a wicked deflection, man. So, that's how. 4 goals in this game against Villa. They will do that a lot of times this season because they've got a world-class manager and a really good frigging team. The quality in that team is somewhat better than us. And it was at least the case on the day. It was there to see. Unai Emery tactically outclassed Moyes because he had the players to do it on that field at that day. Let me talk about the starting lineup. It was unchanged. Kudus is apparently close to starting, but he didn't start. Pau Torres seemed to be the main weakness for Villa. He seemed to daydream a little bit. Douglas Luiz forced Areola into a bending save. That one's lucky, yo. He used to go out with Alicia Lehmann, who was a former Hammer. Like, is he now basically going to start playing his best football now those two have called it quits? Was she like holding him back or something? I don't know what was going on, but either way, she must have done something. Don't want to think what. It's not appropriate. Watkins was lucky to miss for us. He was so point blank and he controlled that enough to score. And the thing is with Ollie Watkins, he's a clinical, proper striker who finds the net and takes the chances. Antonio might be a physical guy, but apart from a few glimpses of promise in games, what else does he have? Nada. Villa are on top and forcing a deep defensive setup the whole time. West Ham coped. Villa just had the build-up in their attacks with players like Diaby, Zaniolo, Watkins, of course, McGinn helping out. Souček and Paqueta, their passing was shocking in that first half. Couldn't connect to pass or even deliberately passed it out. I thought Sofo was a bit poor actually in the first half as well. He was okay at times, but he was generally poor. Emerson was excellent. He got yellow carded in this game, so he's going to be suspended for the Everton game for frig's sake. And Ward-Prowse was good. Bowen was excellent. Alvarez, a bit off today, unfortunately. Alvarez, and as well as many other players, had some of their worst games. It's not like Alvarez to drop a stinker, but he did. 1-0 Villa. Deserved. Luiz fired home from a very fluid move. I saw West Ham set up on this. Yeah, see, it was like a box around one player, but it was not even a closed box. It was so wide around it, he could pass either direction. And he found the players. Douglas Luiz fired in. It came a little bit off of a Gerd. Areola tried to get a fist on it. Maybe one could argue another case to say it's a Gerd error and the jury will still be out on him. That's fine. but it's not at the same time. Defence stayed too far ahead of the ball to react as well. And Villa was coordinated correctly to the attack. The players were coordinated and had practiced the moves clearly. We couldn't expect that to ever not fail. We did grow a little bit later in the half with some good passes from Paquetá, but half time just couldn't come any bloody sooner, man. Start second half. I don't know what Paqueta's doing. He passes it back to Alvarez, leaves him out under the cosh, and he fouls Konza. It's a penalty. Areola was slow to react or stupid, I don't know. But it was 2-0, Luis scored it. 2-1 from Bowen, a deflected shot with Alvarez assisting. Wicked deflection, and 2-1. If we got it to 2-2, it would have been game on, really. But it never looked like that. Here comes another talking point. Zaniolo went down, yeah. This man has been done for going to the bookies one too many times, right? He's been a naughty little Italian going down to the bookies and betting on everything. He went down and looked like he was writhing in pain. My gut instinct is that he has probably bet on himself in the game to get hurt so he can earn a bit of cash. It's like bloody betting Del Boy. Do you know what I'm saying? Just wants a bit of the old money and wants to become a millionaire. So Zaniolo goes down in a pathetic attempt to look like he's injured, and he's not disciplined for it. There's got to be new things right now from the reffing board, because it's ridiculous the amount of players that do this to try and cheat the game. There was a shout for a penalty. Matty Cash believed to have handled the ball. He didn't. Kudus on for Souček. But Kudus was shit in this game as well, because he gave a ball away. 3-1 from Ollie Watkins. Villa fluid attack. Lovely move and a goal from a man that's in form. We got beaten off with time wasting around the back there. See, like I said, he's a proper striker and Antonio isn't. Antonio should have been slung off at half-time for Kudus. Should have happened. It didn't. And it's Moyes who was to blame for that. Ings on for Paquetá, and I'm assuming it's meant to be two up top, right? But Danny Ings was playing so deep, it was like he wasn't even a striker. It was like a bloody centre mid. Leon Bailey made it 4-1. And only then, on the 90th minute, did Antonio come off. 4 hours on. Why wait until the 90th minute? Do people realise that we are one Antonio hamstring snap away from Danny Ings potentially starting? Because it will happen. It won't be Kudus. It won't be Obama either, for that matter of fact. And he needs to go out on loan in January to give him some freaking game time. I cannot have Danny Ings starting in this team. He doesn't suit our system. That's why he's struggling. It's not because he's a bad player. He doesn't suit us. I think he was just signed to shut the fans up. 2 goals against Forest, great. But that's it. Let's regroup, go to Athens, get a result in the Europa League, then regroup for Sunday. And the next 2 games, we have it a little bit easier. But that doesn't make much of sense for us. It's paradoxical for us. Because we had a tough start to the season and we weathered that storm and were impressive. And everyone was like bigging up West Ham. And then we get an easier set of fixtures. And we struggle. Where's the logic in it? It's mad. It's mad. I don't get this club sometimes.